bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namami buddhaṃ gunasāgaraṃ taṃ sattā sadā hontu sukhiya. Kāyo niguñño sakalo dugando gaccanti sabbe maranam anca. Namami dhammam sugatena desitam sattā sadā hontu sukhiya. Kāyo niguñño sakalo dugando gaccanti sabbe maranam anca. Namami sangham dinaraja sravakam sattā sadā hontu sukhiya. Kāyo niguñño sakalo dugando gaccanti sabbe maranam anca. So dear Dhamma friends, in Buddhist meditation practice, there are two mental cultures we call samatha and vipassana. So samatha mental culture, meditation technique, will help you to calm down and relax your mind, and it develop your tranquility state of your mind. So the vipassana mental culture will develop your understanding and the wisdom. So in the beginning, you have to develop the samatha mental culture. You have to develop the tranquility state. It kind of like before you build a house, you level the ground. If the ground is not level, it is very difficult. When you are going to make a road, so first you level the ground. So that samatha meditation techniques, kind of like you leveling your mind. You calm down, relax. Because without that calmness, without that relaxed mind, you cannot develop your understanding. Even you hear something with the busy mind, you will forget very easily. But when you are calm and relaxed, whatever you hear, whatever you see, it's going to come with you. So the tranquility state is very important as a basic practice. So then remember yourself. In the beginning you have to observe yourself and see how your mind. Is your mind calm or relaxed? Or it is busy? Because you are the one you can see your mind, not someone else. So when you are in the tranquility state, when you develop the samadhi meditation, always observe the mind yourself and see the condition of the mind. Is your mind calm? Is your mind peaceful? If the mind go here and there and the busy, then you have to know that busyness in your mind and calm down yourself first. knowingly calm down yourself. If your body will get you feel your body tired, knowingly calm down your body. So that also part of the practice. Just only seeing the inhalation, exhalation, no. So observing your mind and the condition of the body and the mind also part of the practice. That is more important than you see your inhalation, exhalation. So you become your own master. You follow your own guidance. So then observe always your mind. And always remember to calm down and keep that calmness with you. So for that, to calm down your mind, that's why you need mental object. So the mental object is the breathing. So then you have to always keep focus your mind towards the breathing. If the mind go here and there, if the mind go to past, if you keep thinking about the past, then the past become your mental object. If there is something happen in day-to-day life, if you keep focusing to that, that become your mental object. So, but here we keep focus towards the breathing. When you come to breathing, then there should not be any kind of other thoughts with the breathing, the mind. Because that is why you keep focus to the breathing. Otherwise that the breathing is useless. There is nothing to do with the breathing. But to bring your mind calm down, bring your mind to the point, you need something. And the best thing that you can focus is the breathing. So then observe yourself, is your mind calm down or relaxed or busy? If your body calm down, relaxed or tired. And then see the condition and work for that. And then keep always focus to the inhalation, exhalation. When you come to the inhalation, exhalation, the first step is recognizing the inhalation and exhalation. First you have to know you breathing. You have to see it. You have to prove it yourself. Just feeling through the chest, not here. We have to see the in front of your nose, tip of your nose or your upper lip area. From where the inhalation start and where the exhalation end. You have to see that point. Recognize the sensation. If you go through the chest or the belly or the shoulder, it's already happened. But before it happen, you have to recognize. That is why we focus to the beginning point. And keep follow the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. Because you close your eyes, you cannot see. And that is why you go with the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. So then first recognize the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. And when you come to recognize the sensation, and sometimes you cannot see, you cannot feel the inhalation or exhalation. You know you're breathing, but you cannot feel it. So in the beginning, this is happened to most of people. So then what you should do? Again, you have to do a little experiment yourself. That also a part of the practice. You will slowly move your upper body back and forth, and then your head up and down a little bit, and try to find the right posture. So once you come to the posture, don't change it. Because if you change the posture, then you're going to lose the sensation of the breathing. Otherwise the posture is useless. What is the point that if you cannot feel the inhalation, exhalation, what you keep the pose? Why you keep the pose? We hold the posture to get the breathing. You have to always remember that more than everything, the breathing, recognizing inhalation, exhalation is the most important thing. So then again and again see that you can feel the inhalation, exhalation. So that is the next step that you go. When you come to, now you feel the inhalation, exhalation, and then you recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. You recognize it separately. So when the inhalation happens, just let it happen. When the exhalation happens, just let it happen. And when it happens, you recognize this as inhalation, this as exhalation. Now we start the breathing, meditation. But before that, all the preparation that you go through also a part of this. That is more important than just seeing the inhalation, exhalation. Why? Because if you make a mistake with that beginning basic things, then you cannot get into this inhalation, exhalation very clearly. So once you come to the inhalation, exhalation, now you see it separately. Inhalation happens and exhalation happens. And be more focused, and thoroughly when you observe, you will see the beginning, the middle and the end of the inhalation, the beginning, the middle and the end of the exhalation. You no need to think about these things. When you keep observe, when the mind become clear, you're going to see it. When you see, you become more focused toward it. And then you will see some inhalation become longer, some inhalation become shorter, some exhalation become warm, some exhalation become more soft and relaxed, cool. Each and every inhalation and exhalation different, not the same. So recognize, when you recognize this as inhalation, in that very moment recognize the nature of that inhalation. When you recognize this is exhalation, recognize in that very moment the nature of the exhalation. So stay with that. And then we go to the vipassana level. So these 3 steps, we can even go more with to tranquilize the mind, but it is kind of like wasting the time. If you can come to these 3 steps, that is more enough. And the body, mind and the breathing become as one, and it will slowly become sharp and clear. When you come to the clearance, you no need to spend more time with that. And then you go to the vipassana level. So in the vipassana level, you keep observing the nature of the inhalation, exhalation, and then you point out what you experience with the inhalation, exhalation is changing. Always you experience the change. As example, these 3 steps. In the beginning you saw the inhalation and exhalation separately, and then the beginning, the middle, the end, and then other details. That everything, if you can put it to one, you will experience the change. So then observe, when you observe the inhalation, exhalation, in the surface level it is an inhalation and exhalation. It is a beginning, the middle and the end. It becomes shorter or longer, warm or cold, heavy or soft. But in a deeper level, it doesn't matter the inhalation or exhalation, long or short, what you experience is the change. Try to observe that and experience that. And when you come to that level, you know this is inhalation, but you're not going to point out to that. You're not going to focus to that. You go through that, you see the inhalation, you see the change within the inhalation and exhalation. You're going to observe the more deeply the change within the beginning, the middle, and the end. It doesn't matter it is a inhalation or exhalation. Be more focused to the change and experience the change. And then maybe if there is a thoughts come to your mind, don't react. Go through that thoughts and see how it is changing. If there is a sound come, then don't keep follow the sound, don't react to that. See how the sound change. Smell come, don't react. See how it change. If there is a sensation arise, if there is a pain arise, don't react. Don't take it as the pain. Just see the change inside it. So like that you can apply to any experience within your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and the mind. But if you don't experience anything, just come to the inhalation, exhalation and stay with that. And just observe the change within it. And if you get some other sensation, and focus to that. So that is what we are going to practice today. Your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Sopatveva, oh be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this evening to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this evening with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain with the present moment, observing your inhalation and exhalation. Following my words, mentally release your body. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your elbow. Relax your forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs, relax your heart, relax your liver, relax your kidneys, relax your gallbladder, relax your pancreas, relax your small intestine, relax your large intestine, relax your abdominal organs, relax your buttock, relax your thigh, relax your knee, relax your calf muscles, relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone, marrows and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire this compound, this village, this city, this state, this country, this world, and this universe. And as far as we can through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding ourselves like this. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion. Forward. To your backside. To your left side. To your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Bring the awareness to your body. And focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area. So in the beginning we deeply inhale, exhale 3 times and try to find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. And slowly keep focus your mind, your inhalation, exhalation, and observe it. Do nothing extra. Don't allow any thoughts to overtake your time. Just keep focused to inhalation, exhalation, and know yourself, your condition of your body and the mind, and work for that. Don't wait anything to happen. Keep focus your mind to inhalation, exhalation. If you can see clearly your inhalation, exhalation, observe the change. Keep focus to inhalation and exhalation and observe the change. Experience the change that you go through each and every moment. So, dear Dhamma friends, when you observe without reacting, you can see the change. But most of time in your life, why we cannot see the change? Because we replace always actions to the change. And when you reacting, you don't know it is changing. And you always experience the journey and you never recognize the change. And so far in your life, how many things change. And you never recognize it sometimes. And you don't care about it. Because already your life is enough for you to understand what is the nature of this life. But the thing is, why you cannot understand it? Because in this very moment also you keep reacting. When you're reacting, then the mind cannot observe. So, little by little, when you practice meditation, remember to not to react, but to observe. And that will open your mind. But we addicted to react. That is the thing. You have to come out from that addiction. And then you will see that naturally that your mind has capacity to understand things. There are certain things you not believe because of the books, not because of the the someone else told you, not because of the it is very famous idea or something. There are certain things in your mind you believe and even you don't know what is the reason. How that kind of things came to your mind? Because the mind has capacity to understand certain things. You know? So then what you have to do, you have to use that ability to practice the meditation and get into the right path. Because it can go to the wrong path also. In your life, that rather than just experiencing, that they go through with the journey, learn to observe the change. And that is where your wisdom going to arise. And it can happen in a certain way. Sometimes when you have everything, and then there is a time come for you to not to react for anything. Kind of like during Buddha's time, the most of the people came to Buddha had a very luxurious life. They had no anything to look for. Everything was there. And then they understood, there's nothing, for what this everything. And then they give up. Then they start to look and observe what this is. And then some other people came, in the way they believe certain things in life, and suddenly it go to other side. And that also helped them to to stop reacting and observe what this is, how this can happen. Because I used to believe something else, but something else, they're totally different things experience. So you also, if everything go like this, everything nice, and you will never understand what is the life. But suddenly, in case if something happened to you and you stop whatever the believing, and that very moment it will help you to observe and understand. Or otherwise, you have to go to the highest level, and then you recognize there is nothing. But to get these two paths, and we don't know where the end, how long it take. So that is why the Buddha came. So now today you have teachings. You don't need to spend that all, everything. You can, when you hear this, and in this very moment you can go through that all the experience that other people went through. And as example, it's like when you dial the numbers today in your cell phone, and when you make a call and say hello, in that very second, you know how many life experience within that second? How many people's energy within that second? And 100 years, all the human, experience with that second you can experience. That is why you experience that time like this. When you start your car, you know how many people, that went through that many experience and difficult times and failures and success, and you experience everything within 1 second. So when it comes to the meditation also, when it comes to the dharma also, when you hear something, that all the Buddhas experience, all other enlightened masters, experience, come to. Why? Because this karma, this dharma came far away from 2600 years, and many other enlightened masters used to serve, keep protecting this dharma. As example, look on the way, if they change something, what will happen today? We cannot hear the right things, maybe. So then when you hear something, this all the Buddhas, and all other enlightened masters, the wishes that with that words come to your ear. So then you no need to spend so much time. Only thing that you have to, just to be focused a little bit. Just to be focused and see what this is. If you can bring your mind to that point, remember the understanding or the development of your mind is not something very difficult. But the thing is, we have habit to always react. We just, the physically, mentally, verbally, always reacting, like a robot. Then we are not sometimes conscious even. Then naturally it's go within us. And even you sleep, sometimes you keep reacting. You keep talking. Sometimes you keep fighting. Hitting, here and there walls, blaming to somebody sometimes. Laughing. See, even you sleeping, look how it's reacting happen. I used to, when I was in Sri Lanka, I used to share my room with another guy. He used to drive a tuk-tuk, three-wheeler, whole night, he's, fighting. I asked all morning, why you do like this? No, because when I go to sleep, whatever the daytime his experience, everything start to, come out. So it's that's the thing. So then how you know, are you really that having conscious life today, or are you just reacting like a robot? How you know that? That is the challenge for you. That is why just practicing meditation means not just observe the inhalation, exhalation. People spend thousand years like that. Till you die, the inhalation, exhalation will happen. It never going to. But the point is, using this, how you can, develop the consciousness. So then yourself you have to know. So whatever you keep doing today, and maybe, that sometimes you think, I have to do this. Without me, nobody can do it. Don't believe like that. Be absent for 2 days, there is someone else be there. That's the nature. So whatever you keep doing, and you get addicted to do that things, but remember, if you are not there, somebody else will, start to keep doing that. And even other people don't remember that you are there, with them sometimes. But you spending your limited time period for, unnecessary thing, and you get addicted to react for certain. You have to be more focused inside and be very clear within yourself. That is the most important thing as a human. That is the most, the successful life that you can have. Be very clear within you. That's why when you sit for meditation, observe the body yourself and understand the condition of the body. That also part of the meditation success that you go through. And understand the condition of the mind that you go through. That also a part of that. Because if you understand that will open your mind, to open the door to the next level, what to do in the next level. And in day-to-day life, that will help you to understand the conditions of the other people. When sometimes, because sometimes the people not tell everything by words, and you have to recognize their physical, behavior, body language. But if you don't recognize the nature of your body, if you cannot understand the condition of the body, how you can understand someone else, their body language? And at the same time, sometimes that even some people explain through the words, we cannot understand. No? We cannot understand. It's not because of we are not listening. No, we are listening, but still sometimes we cannot understand what it is. No, why? Why it happened like that? Someone else can understand. Why you cannot understand? Because inside we didn't have effort to understand. When you don't have effort to understand, even you hear, someone else keep talking, you will not hear what is the message inside. Ah. Because inside you have no will to listen. But when you are inside, when you have will to listen, even you're not, kind of like, not listening, but still you hear. Still you hear. And even sometimes when you have intention to listen, even the people not with you, and you will hear them. You start to hear them. Even they are not around you can hear. But sometimes people around you, not even for one day, whole lifetime, they are with you, but you not listen, you cannot hear them. Why? Because inside you have no will to listen. Then how you can? So from where you can start? You cannot start listening to outside. No, that way it doesn't work. You have to start from yourself to listen. That is where when you recognize yourself, naturally, it's going to unfold in front of you how other people, what is happening with them. That is the science. So, during Buddha's time, Buddha one day visited the village. In the Brahman village, they used to practice something else. And then all the village people came. And the Buddha was at that time, respectable teacher. And everybody knew the Buddha came to the village. So all the, the village leaders and everybody came and, bowed to the Buddha and had a friendly discussion. So then the Buddha asked, is there any spiritual leader in your village? Are you following any kind of a spiritual leader? And the village people told, no. We don't follow any kind of teacher like that. But some, once a while, some teachers come to our village and they say this, that, we used to follow that. Otherwise, we don't have any kind of, master. So then there was a discussion. This sutta called Apannaka Sutta. It's a very, very important thing that you have to get into your life. So in the Apannaka Sutta, this is what the message that the Buddha mentioned. So, yourself, that in case, you go through many kind of teachings, and you go through many kind of listening, and sometimes in your life, how you know this is right thing? I hear the right thing. I found out the right knowledge. If there were any kind of, if there is no someone, higher than you to ask, is this right or wrong? How yourself this is right? And sometimes, and you go somewhere and you wanna read a book or you wanna buy a book, and there is no any reference with that books. It's, so, and nobody give any reviews about that book. Then how you know this is something right things to read? And maybe all the reviews or something, them disappeared, and suddenly you find something and you keep reading and you feel like it's kind of like a good thing. But how you know this is something good? So yourself, how you can develop the confidence with the knowledge, with the views that you carry, and how you can become very clear. This is the right things to follow, and this is not the things to follow. This is what I should give up. This is what should I get. In the Apannaka Sutta, that is what the mechanism Buddha gave to these people. So, there are most of time people come to ideas. I like it, I don't like it. I believe this, I don't believe that. So that's normal. That is what people go through. So the first part, I don't believe this, or I don't like this. And when something come to you, I don't like this, so I don't believe this. Do you think that because of you we don't like it, or because of you don't believe it, that kind of things not exist? Or maybe it is not good. Maybe you don't like it, but how you know it is not good? And you say, I don't believe it. Okay, you don't believe, but how you know there is nothing to believe like that? Why you came to kind of like that idea? So the first part, in your mind, that whatever the things you don't like, the first thing you have to be little bit calm down when things come to that kind of situation. And what you don't believe, and the first thing you have to little bit calm down yourself. Maybe whatever the things that that other people believe, and maybe you don't believe, and don't go against. So, and then you have to look yourself and question yourself why you don't like it, or why you don't believe it. And as example, doing good things not bringing good result. Going to a temple, practicing meditation, and even practicing generosity, and it's not bringing good result. There are some people believe like that. And maybe we also, we once a while we come to temple, we practice meditation once a while, and sometimes, but still, when it come to the certain, the point, we also have some misunderstanding with the good things. And maybe we think, oh, I practice meditation, but I cannot attain to enlightenment. There are no enlightened masters. Because of you cannot attain to enlightenment, you cannot say there are no enlightened masters. So, then the first thing you have to know, why you don't like this, or how you know there is no something like that. You have to question yourself. If anything you don't like it, or you don't know, or maybe that you don't believe, you have to go to the reason for that yourself. That is where you get clear. Because you don't like, but if you cannot find the reason, and then you are in ignorance. You don't believe, but for that not to believe, if you cannot find the reason, not other people, whoever follow that, you are in ignorance. Why? Because you don't know the reason. You don't believe, but in yourself, if you cannot find the reason, and maybe you can argue with others, I don't believe that, I don't believe that. But if you cannot find the reasons for yourself not to believe, you are in ignorance. Hmm. So that is the first thing that you have to always be very clear. The what you don't know. Because we are become more comfortable with what we don't know. What we don't like. We don't look. In the first level, if you don't like something, you don't look. And if you don't believe something, you are very comfortable with I don't believe. That is it, you know. But you don't know the reason. But the problem is this. If there is someone is, that the same kind of person come to you, that you are not believing and that other person also not believe, then it is okay. But in case how you get married with the person, someone who believe that. You go to the bank, you go to the mall, someone you find, whoever, they believe that. Then what will happen? Fight. So the thing is, it is not that the problem that what you not believe, it is okay, just only you are, but we living with others. So the most of time, when we go out sometimes, with these robes, and some people come directly to us, and in front of others, they ask some question about the God, and sometimes they say, oh, you are a monk, huh? You say, yeah. I don't tell anything. You don't believe God, huh? I say, no. You go to hell. There are sometimes people tell like that. Even without saying anything, just being like this. So the then thing is, remember, that you cannot live alone yourself. You live with your husband, wife, children, friends and family. In case you don't believe, but in case your children will start to believe that, what will happen? You don't believe, it is okay. Then nobody going to disturb you. But the thing is, in case your best friends around you start to believe, then how you going to deal with that people? That is where your views always get clash. That is where your dislike always get, But the thing is, the solution for that is why when you don't believe something, if you feel uncomfortable with some ideas, remember, look for the reason. Look for the reason. And when you look for the reason, there are two things which can happen. One thing, maybe you will recognize the reasons and the right reason for you to not to believe it, and maybe you will recognize the reason to give up your wrong idea and start to believe it. That is why in the Apannaka Sutta Buddha mentioned, always remember, it is not enough for you to say, I don't believe. It can take you to ignorance. Even about the wrong things. Look, because of you not believe, other people not going to give up about it. But the point is, when you know the reason, in case someone come and have an argument or discussion with you, because you are clear why you not believe it, you can, explain the reason. You're not going to talk with that kind of things with some, far away with other people, but, that is why in case your own family members, start to go with them, and you can, tell them the reason. And itself, yourself, you become very clear. And when you not believe something with the reasons, you not become so mad about it. That is what happened in others. But when you not believe something without reason, very easily you can get disturbed from that. Very easily you get angry from that. Very easily you get upset from that. But with the reason, when you not believe something, with the reason when you don't like something, with the reason you don't go with something, you not get disturbed from that. That is the one thing. Another thing, what you believe, or what you like, what you follow, and that also should have reason. See how how that Buddha was how open-minded and keep the middle. His idea. He didn't build. He didn't tell. Oh, you have to believe only the Buddhism. No. You have to believe only my teachings. No, Buddha didn't say that. What the Buddha said then? What you believe, you have to know the reason. Oh, I do this. Know the reason why you do that. Just yourself believing is okay. You can believe anything, you can follow anything yourself. That you can say anything about. But you can lock the room and nobody around you, and you can do like that. But in case if someone your partner, your husband, your wife, your children start not to believe that, what will happen? Not like that. Even just in a dinner table, you like something to eat, other person don't like, then what will happen? It's always, then it little by little, you start to go away from that people. And you little by little, when the time comes, you start to unplug that people and drop that people. So then remember yourself. If you know something, know the reasons. And if you believe something, know the reason. And if you follow something, know the reason. And so you can say, I cannot see anything, because of that I don't believe. Maybe you cannot see it. Maybe you are not in the right place. And you are not in the right timeline. Maybe someone else can see it. And sometimes you can say, oh, I don't believe this. I believe this because of that, like this. But you have to know the reason. As example, self. People believe about the self. But in yourself, if you look, what is the self? Which part of the body is self? You just believing it, you just feeling it, not enough. So then the both side you have to look. The first you have to get clear with what you don't like or what you don't believe, and get clear with that. If you cannot find the clear idea, keep it in the middle. Don't try to push thinking I don't believe it, and don't try to go with others for arguments. Then allow, if anyone believe, allow them to believe. Why? Because you cannot find reason. It's nothing wrong with the others. If they find the reasons, then go with it. And if you believe something and if you cannot find the reason, the first thing, you can keep believing it, but don't go to argument with others. If someone comes and not believing that things, you have to give first place for them. Why? Because you don't know the reason, still you believe. You cannot prove it. Then if they can prove that why they don't believe it, and Let them to be like that. So in the Apannaka Sutta, this is what the Buddha mentioned. Another thing is then yourself, what you believe or what you follow, and how you can get clear when you listen to someone. There's something that if if always somebody talk and tell about the self, oh, I am, it's self-centered, don't follow that kind of teaching. If the person, always telling, that he like to lift, the self, that doesn't work. That is what the Buddha mentioned in the Apannaka Sutta. When you listen to even for a, teacher, when you read a book, if the teacher always telling, oh, I am, my, if you always, pushing like that, that doesn't work. Another thing is your kaya karma, the bodily action, and the day by day, if your bodily action get polluted, that means you create the unprofitable skills, unprofitable skill, that you doing something and you following something, and day by day, if you become unsuccessful person, and following that or doing that, if it take you to more that that the tangles with the mind, if it is always take you, your own bodily action take you to the doubt, not the clearance, it always develop the doubt about your own actions, don't follow that kind of teachings. And you do something and you don't know what you did, why you did. So then what is the point? You keep practicing like that. And your verbal action, that because of your believing or because of your practice, if you always go to the doubt with your own verbal action, that means you said something and then later you become worried about it. Oh, I told that. I don't know what's going to happen. Who create that doubt? Yourself you create. And also the mental action. You go to the teachings and you go to practice, and when you come, there is something you heard but you're not clear what it is. Now what is happening? There is a doubt. Always you keep thinking, and you're wasting the time. So then that kind of, practice, remember not to follow. And at the same time, how you can find something, that to good. So if you follow the practice, if your physical action become clear, that means whatever the day by day your life become more clear, you feel more peaceful, and the doubt start to go away, and you become more calm and relaxed person day by day, and your own action you can see, and there is no fear about your own past. And whatever you have done, it always, when you remind it, it make you happy. And you can tell it to other people. And when other people talk about it, nobody going to blame about your actions. Otherwise you can do certain things, but when other people know that action, they can blame. That kind of lifestyle not work. So then when you follow the teaching, when you get the knowledge from something, after that knowledge, whatever the bodily action you do, after you done that bodily action, when you remind it, if you can be happy, if you can tell it to other people, if other people appreciate it, then you in the right path. And the verbal action also the same. If you whatever the things that you practice, you follow, you keep doing, and whatever the talk that you keep doing, the verbal action you make, wherever you go, and yourself you become more confident about, you become more clear about your own words. I have told this, I have done this, I said like this, and you become more clear, and other people become more clear about it, become more happy about it. And this when the both sides become more happy and clear, and you have the confidence about your own words. Otherwise you go to certain religious practice and you do certain chanting and you don't know the meaning and they don't know the meaning, and you come home and then you keep thinking, what is the meaning of this, and you keep chanting, and now you cannot let go of the practice. You fear, afraid. Why? You don't know the meaning. You cannot drop it on the way. Then there is a doubt. That doubt, day by day, when you keep practice, what you collecting inside, you collecting the doubt. So then remember yourself, whatever the practice, through the practice, through the knowledge, whatever the verbal action you do, it should be more clear day by day. Don't take it to a doubt. Don't allow it take you to the tangles, difficulties with your words. And wherever you go, then you whatever you say, other people get hurt. And whatever the word, even one single word, and other people get hurt. And sometimes when it become more advanced, your appearance can make other people hurt. That is how it is. But when you go to the good side, just your appearance can make other people happy. So we see that it's both sides. It is your practice. See, even we didn't see the Buddha. Look, everywhere you go, the people, keep the statues, and they put the tattoos and, the clothes, everywhere. So one day we went to have, blessing a house. In the bathroom, there was a Buddha statue. And then I asked, why you keep it in the bathroom? No, Venerable sir, that is the only place I get for me. So I keep it there, and when I sit there, my mind is so calm, and it's help for me to, little bit of that's right, sometimes, That's why, people, the parents, and if you have 2-3 children, and it's very difficult, it is not easy. And you have many other work, sometimes it is not easy. You have to do others' work, So then remember yourself, that even the Buddha's name, the statue, the picture can make other people happy. Why? He was clear himself. That is the first part. If he was not clear himself, it's not going to happen. So then yourself the same. That is the Dharma. When you become clear yourself, your appearance can make other people happy. Your appearance can make other people calm and relax. And sometimes, some people's appearance make other people depressed. Then how you know that you make other people disturbed? How we know? Our appearance can make other people, depressed. We have to think. It is not because just the body. It happened why? Because what we believe. Our verbal, out of that believing, come out our bodily action, verbal action, and the mental action. That is why Buddha mentioned, when you come to something not believe, look for the reason. Stay with the reason. If you cannot find that, let others to be there like that, and give the first part to them. You know, and even when things come to believing, and the whatever your bodily and your verbally and mentally action get polluted yourself, and it create the doubt within your own action, don't follow that. It doesn't matter it is a world famous, it is coming from thousand years, no, because you day by day you go to the doubt. When you have the doubt, what is the next thing come? The anger. When you have a doubt, the next thing come anger. When the anger is there, the hatred come. When the hatred is there, any violence can happen. So then yourself be very clear inside, that especially what you believe, and what you not believe. And when you come to that, and when you have that clearance, always, you make a very calm and relaxed lifestyle with what you believe and what you not believe. And especially when other people meet and when they come against, what you believe or what you not believe, you become, calm person. So otherwise always, it is not only for the politics, the religion, even for the politics. Look, everywhere, wherever you go, and just look. Sometimes the people come, from two parties and start to have a discussion. What is happening then later? They forget, everybody watching. Huh? So anything can happen. That's why I told, even for what you eat also can, happen. But when it comes to that, and then when you sit for meditation with that calm, your mind always stay in the middle. It's not going to one end. So then slowly you stay with the right things. That is why in this Apannaka Sutta, it slowly Buddha tell them to tell them the eightfold path. So the eightfold path means you not doing what you don't like. You not doing what you like. You do right things. Always remember, it is not what you like or what you not like. Come to the point to do what is right. So the thing is this: when you know the reason, you always come to the right point. That is the beauty with the knowledge and understanding. It is not what you like or what you not like. When you know the reason, you always come to the right path. If someone not in the right path, mean what? They don't know the reason. That is the point. When someone come in front of you not know the reason, that means they do the wrong things. The first thing you have to have the compassion. That is the tablet you have to give to them. The compassion. Because otherwise, it going to clash. That is why the Buddha, wherever he goes, whoever come against, he not fight with them like that. He always, had the compassion. So with that compassion, so you cannot become like the Buddha, but at least at home, when it comes to your husband, wife, children and friends and families, and as a friend you can have a compassion. As a husband, as a wife, you can have a compassion to your husband, wife. As a parent, you can have compassion to your children. As children, you can have compassion to your parents. You don't need to become a Buddha. So according to your relationship, have compassion towards them. Because if you cannot do that, who's going to do it? You know? If you cannot do it, and if the neighbors start to do it, what will happen? Huh? Ah, no. So that is why, remember, always be very clear within inside you, that going to clear everything with the world. You know. In the Apannaka Sutta, Buddha mentioned, even in this samsaric journey, if you learn this method, without a Buddha or without a teacher, without any guidance, without any, reference, yourself when something come to you, and you can recognize this is something good, this is something not good. When you follow this path, if you start to look for the clearance inside. But if you don't practice like that way, even the right things come to you, even the good things come to you, it's not going to stay with you. There is no power, there is no link to stay. No? That is why you need the practice. Some people say, I want to become good, but I cannot. Why? Because they don't practice. So the practice should come within your life. The thing is this, we want to keep all our package with us and we want to get something good. No, you cannot get like that. No, you cannot get like that. No. The first thing is, that is the beauty of the renunciation. Learn to drop certain things in life. As example, how many things that difficulties came to your life using or the following certain methods, believing things or doing so, and you went through very horrible experience sometimes, but still how you're not going to do it tomorrow. If there is a chance come, if a safe situation come, you will repeat it again. That is why that mental formation roots is still there. When the rain come, like California flowers, wildflowers, it start to come after 10 years. Then now I am not going to do it tomorrow. It doesn't matter whatever the situation comes. Because if you have the like that, to be very clear inside, you get that clear. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. So then, this is the time for you. Don't miss this time. And you have all these facilities with you today. And the highest thing that you can get as a human, that understanding and that clearance to yourself. And you went through and you know what is this life, So don't just keep going and enjoy the journey. That's nothing. The same thing going to happen. So then try to, get into a higher level of consciousness. At least understanding it and keep it in your mind always, and questioning yourself is, going to make you better person day by day, day by day. And get clear with that. If you cannot get clear with that things, allow others to, to be there like that. Don't disturb to anybody. And don't argue with anyone. Don't go against for anything. But when you come to the clearance, also you're not going to go against with anybody. You're not going to argue with anybody. But at the same time, you have the compassion towards them. When the time comes, you can have take them to the right path. So little by little, within your family, you start to practice that. That is why you are there with them. And if you know other people make mistakes, that is why you are next to them. So you have the opportunity to protect them and bring them to the right path. You cannot tell them, my friend, like this, my, family like this, and I am the only one good. No point. You are not good. You can be good when you can make them good. Otherwise, always I am, I am, I am, I am. If always I is too much, don't. It's not too good. So, is there any question, please?
I have a question. When you talk about being clear, is that what they talk about in Buddhism as the middle path? Is that what they mean?
That's the thing. You cannot come to the middle path,
right?
Without being clear yourself.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's the thing.
And is that like a neutral? That's like the neutral zone.
Yeah.
So then you're able to see things clearly for yourself.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, we do loving kindness meditation for a moment also. Palms together and repeat after me. Maya Dhammano Dhamma Patipatya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipatya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranamha Paribundisami Idammi Punyang Asavakaya Vahang Hotu Sabbadukka Pamuccatu. May you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And finally, may you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Please say sadhu, 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 sadhu.